All right, so the number one stock that I've been watching recently, RMGN, which I made 4 grand on yesterday, buying before the spike, is kind of consolidating in the 180s. Couldn't really break out. It tried to go, past this previous earnings spike high at 197, kind of double topped here at 205. Now it's hanging at 180 on a Friday. I don't know what it's going to do, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's probably going to fade back to the 160s, given the fact that it can't hold this 190 and 197 level. But it's also a Friday, so it could still spike, as it tends to spike in the afternoons. And I also don't want to even short earnings winners because, this stock should fundamentally be valued higher given the recent news. That's why I was buying at 160, and I was right for, as it turned out, 45 cents a share. So when there's nothing really to play, you don't need to force trades. CRMD has been one of my top potential shorts, but it's rebounding today. I don't know how high it goes, so I'll just let it sit. SCLN was an earnings winner that I was watching, and it's not really holding up, so I don't know if it bounces. I mean, it should, but again, when you don't know and there's no really truly great plays, this is what you have to do with penny stocks. You have to study. You have to take a step back and say, you know what? I'm trading low price stocks. The key to being successful with this is waiting for the opportunities to come to you. Some days you're not going to have a trade. That's kind of the cool thing. If you're trading Amazon, Google, all these big companies and oil, there's trades in Forex. There's trades every single second, every single day, because you're just trading price action and you're scalping and you're trying to make, a 0.5% or a 1% and you use leverage. With penny stocks, I mean, you can make 10, 20, 30, 40% in a day. But you have to wait for the right setups. You're not going to make 10, 20, 30, 40% on a junk setup. So on days like today, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to go to my blog, my website, timothysykes.com. I just posted this new blog post, 10 rules all penny stock traders must live by, and I think it's very good. You can read about my latest NFL great student, Plaxico, and you can watch our video on Fox. It was kind of funny with Maria Bartiromo, where we're talking about long-term education, where Plaxico is learning this trading strategy, learning how to be a sniper, but it takes a while, and she thought we were talking about long-term investing. It's kind of funny. You can hear about the most controversial trader in the world right now. He trades with just $30,000, but he's been making roughly $10,000 a month, and he's still in high school. He's doing it all from his iPhone, which is fantastic. America's richest counties, it's not the most useful blog post, but it's interesting to see where the money is in America. It's not where you expect. How I'm spending my latest $300,000. If you want to get inspired, I know a lot of you guys like when I talk about how I'm spending my money. So well, here's how I'm doing it. Then I also correct some penny stock lies. This is a great post: 7 things millionaires do differently and 13 things successful people do in their 20s. So when there's no plays, there's tons and tons of stuff to do. You trading challenge students, I hope you've bookmarked Timley/millionaire webinars, because if you have, this is all of Tim Grittani's webinars. Tim Grittani, for those of you who don't know, took a few thousand, turned it into a few million in the past few years. Every trade shown. He's definitely the single most successful trader in the world of the past 5 years, percentage-wise, who's fully transparent. There are people out there who claim to have made more, but they don't show every trade. They don't detail their strategy like Grittani has, and it's just fantastic. So you challenge students, please, please, please watch Grittani's webinars. He has his own ticker just because they're so freaking fantastic. And look at this. There's only like 200 people viewing them. That's pathetic. That's absolutely pathetic. These are the holy grail of education. And if you would just take the time to study, you might hate me. Okay, I make so many videos and I do webinars and I have these rules. That's fine. If you hate me, at least watch Tim Grittani. The kid is a good kid. He's a verified multimillionaire. He made $1.3 million last year. I only made like $870,000. It's just a fantastic story. So use days like today to study. This is one of the main benefits of the challenge, where you have webinars, not just from me, but also my first millionaire student, Michael Good, who just made 30,000 the other day, and now Tim Grittani. You got to learn from successful traders, and successful traders on quiet days, we take time off. Go spend it with your wife, your husband, your pets, your family, your friends, your kids, because there will be busy times. You know, we are in a crazy, crazy market. So, you know, I get overwhelmed by how many plays there are. I kind of look forward to days like today where there's no plays and you can take some time off and, you know, use the weekend to study also. The weekend, obviously, there's no plays. Go watch some of these webinars, watch these video lessons. They are so useful in understanding the patterns. I know a lot of you don't understand the difference between, you know, a day like today where there's really no great trade setups and a day like yesterday where I was overwhelmed and I missed some trades, but I still made 4 grand. So enjoy the weekend. Thank God it's Friday, and thank God we have a slow day. So go study and enjoy life. Thank you guys. Have a good one.